Hey, lovely pinks!
Welcome, everybody.
Here we are again.
Forever Awesome in the house.
Yay!
This time we're in the house.
Yes, you always say in the house and then we're in the house. Yes, so thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all inspirational videos that we make.
Check out our videos. Check out our books. We have a whole bunch of material we can have you view. How do I say this?
Yeah, we have all the links. We have a link underneath where you can find everything what we share. We share lots of information, health information, make many videos about that. And we also wrote books, and we also have merchandising and products and all sorts of things. And we're also on different platforms. So there's one link underneath, and you find everything there. And welcome for being here. And we share a lot about like consciousness, but also health and wellness, relationships, ways to heal, energy healing. What is it? I write also about psychedelics, and we have like different, and especially a spiritual awakening.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, we share about all of these things. And I'm Janneke.
And I am Hydro.
Yes, and I call myself also Miss Hellbreaker. That's my real surname, translated in English. And we make inspirational videos. And welcome to be here. Welcome, everybody.
Greetings, everybody.
Yes, thank you. And today we wanted to share about like how to use discernment. Discernment. How to use discernment, because it's really, there's so much going on in this world and you don't even know what's real anymore. Like this is happening. And also to be calm while everything is happening around you. So whatever's happening on television or in the news, you don't know if it's real. And there's a big agenda out there to keep us distracted. All sorts of like psyops, false flag, all sorts of craziness. But also they try to divide us. And we have to see that agenda, but also know that we are all seeing things from different perspectives. And that is not always easy because everybody sees this reality from their perspective. But if you are like more aware, then you know that there are different perspectives out there and they can be next to each other.
And we may not have to, or do not have to agree with all of us, what we're saying. It's your right to have your own opinion, as long as you don't hurt yourself or anybody else. Well, at least anybody else. But you do what you must. I'm going to go ahead and say that, like, yes, it is important for us to have our own opinion and see things from different perspectives, but not to combat and battle each other on our differences, because everybody has a right to have their own angle on things. I do see a distraction going on. Should I start with that or just come in?
Whatever you want to say.
So, where should I start? Yeah, the division. We have a lot of events right now together. I know we should. It's funny what happened, but you guys might know what happened. Now I'm going to edit this part out, but you're not going to know what happened to make it funny. But what isn't funny, though, a lot of things that are going on in the world today are making people pick sides, so to speak. The ones on the top that are messing with everybody are good at and know how to divide us. And they're working this angle right now to divide all the people because something big is always happening. They always do it when something huge is happening or something is about to take place. They always get us against each other so we cannot focus on them. Really, you should be focusing on yourself and not worried about what's going on in the world. As long as you have enough news to keep yourself, out of distance about something that's not too safe, but just mind on yourself. Grow your frequency, grow, expand, just become a greater version, no matter what situation you're in. Aside of that, like if you want to get involved, people talking about this and that, whatever's on the news. All you do need is just like your own perspectives. Don't go too deeply. Well, if you want to, but I wouldn't suggest going too deeply into anything that takes the focus off of you, because really it's about you, and this is why all these things are taking place now. Every time something is going on that grabs the attention of everyone, it's pulling the focus off of you for some particular reason. And no, we don't always know the reason. although we might have our different ideas, which brings us back to what you said about our different perspectives. But we can do our best to not argue about those perspectives. But we can use those different angles to see if we can figure something out. At the same time around here, what's going on?
And yeah, and sometimes you can also see what's happening, but you don't have to be emotionally, uh, yeah, involved of it that much. Like try to be like not non-attachment to whatever. Like you can see it, you can see this perspective, but don't get like too emotional about things because you don't know what's really happening, and you also don't know what layers there are of reality and what is really going on, because we all don't know what's actually going on, because this is reality is so crazy. Like we don't like, they lied about everything, about history, about whatever happening. And so that's why we don't know, like even if people say like, yeah, this and this, you don't know. And that's why sometimes I made videos about like the news, but then the news, the alternative news, and then still also saying like, maybe it's not even happening. It's like, we don't know. So really do what's good for you, but also don't give in to the like going against each other, because we all want the same for humanity. We want peace. We want prosperity. We want a better world for everybody. And sometimes people don't even know that they're being used for an agenda. Yeah, so that's why it's so good to know about the agenda, to try people to devise people.
Yes, that's what they're trying to
Division.
do. Also, I want to mention, we touch back on what you just said about like with all these things taking place and happening. Do not, or try your best, unless you want to do it. It's all on you, not to get too emotionally attached to all the things you're putting in front of us right now. If you're aware of how energy harvesting works, whether they're using particular dates or the particular events or the combination of all to try to get your emotions and harvest that energy and put you in a lower state of vibration, lower vibrational state. They're always doing things ritualistically, certain times, certain dates to try to get your energy. For some reason, we don't really know what's going on, but we have an idea of what is going on and why at these certain times do they try to get your energy so low and they can harvest that, emotionally. Like if you're feeling like hopeless, you're feeling sad, you're feeling angry, you're depressed. All these emotions, I feel like they're getting siphoned by something and they're just being eaten up and used as an energy source for something else. That sounds a bit crazy, but like that's just what I'm gonna go off of right now because that's my perspective. That's my
Yeah.
perspectives, and that's what I have right now. I look around, I see other people in a similar thought form. I mean, similar thought process of what I have going on too. We're not too far from each other, but we still have those other perspectives where we're like looking at something not completely the same, and that is okay.
And it's all good, because like we also need to know that, especially with the AI, especially with the CGI, especially with
Oh yeah,
knowing that they have masks, knowing that they have crisis actors. Now, like they have like a thing is called psyops and false flags. They can stage anything. Like this is such a fake reality.
Team AI.
It's like
There you go.
we're like living in clown world. We're living in a circus sideshow. Everything what's outside there, you don't know what's real. They have like such technology that they can make anything out there, and like ooh, and but you have no idea what is real, what's not real. But that's why I was also said, like, look at it and see it for what it is, and also know that they have crisis actors and they have actors faking their death and playing different roles. So also don't glorify any celebrities and everybody who has platforms. Like you have also now a thing like controlled opposition, people that you take like, oh, they're like against like the establishment or something, and they're like, oh, they're voicing that. But even those people, you don't know if they're getting paid to have a certain agenda, or they also say some truths but not all the truths. There's like, you still, and especially when they have a lot of followers, just like a lot of times I'm like, yeah, that can't be true. That's why I'm like, when I have my podcast, I know I try to have at least as much as possible, like people that I know that I think they're real and inspire me. And but there's so much fakeness outside, like around. It's like this whole reality is so fake.
Well,
It's good. It's great.
what I have noticed, and I'll say this again because I'm noticing a lot. I sit back and I do a lot of observing, lots of observing. So yeah, like people that are speaking the truth, that are real deeply into it, that are trying to share and let everybody know. They'll have to get shadow banned, and their numbers of subscribers drop. They have trouble with technical issues, trying to go live and all things like this. I did notice their numbers of subscribers are so low. I mean, it's a lot, but it seems like it could be higher than what it should be. And then you have somebody that's like giving you a little bit of truth, and you feel like they're not completely authentically real, and you feel like whether it's controlled opposition or whatever, what have you, you'll get a little bit of the truth. But I feel like you can kind of, even if you're not in front of them, like when you're watching somebody, you can kind of like feel that spirit. You can tell it's not really deeply rooted in the truth like it should be, and then you feel like something is off, especially when you're looking at their numbers of subscribers. Not to say that like, oh yeah, oh you're just not doing well, you can't get them. No, sometimes people share only one thing, and it's like not even like as much as you're sharing. As far as you're bringing it, could be how you're bringing it also. But like, I just noticed a lot of fake truthers have high subscribers. They have a high number of subscribers, and I'm seeing it as a pattern all over the place. Like I'll tap into somebody and I'll look at their videos and try to get some information and learn about some certain things that are going on if I want to find out more about it. Their numbers are high, but not so high. And somebody's talking about something silly that doesn't, I don't have any example. Do I have an example? Something that like somebody could be sharing, and then like they have such high numbers of like they act like they're gurus and this and that, and they can heal the world, and you can tell they're fake. You can just feel the energy, and you see how they display and how they give it to you. It's so commercialized, and it's just phony.
Yeah, but that's why you need discernment. And that is like the more you are connected with yourself and your own intuition, you feel what is real and not real. But it's like you have to go through a whole initiation almost, or like your whole spiritual journey to feel what is truth and what feels truth for you and what feels truth for other people. But there's a lot of people out there that lost platforms because they were sharing that much truth, and they don't have that much followers at this moment, but they have like really immense wisdom that they're sharing. And a lot of times the people that being censored and that being silenced, they're like a lot of times sharing deeper truths than like the standard variety, or like that's like you can, like they
Yeah,
say
there's a
also
basic commercialized
yeah.
information that are being shared by phony.
Yeah, but that's why the deeper you are, you can only meet people as deep as they are. So that's why you always feel with people how deep you can go, and sometimes you can still plant seeds, of course, but you feel like, hey, you can with these people, you can only go that far. And
Oh, you
but
mean
you,
like when you're communicating with somebody
yeah,
with the truth, but you don't want to go, you don't want to put too much out there too quickly because you don't want to like cause any like any issues with that person or whatever.
yeah, but it's the same as people you can find online. People not going too deep because they want to um, they want to have as many people as possible.
So you kind of learn to adjust with that. Like you have
Yeah,
a lot of information, but you don't let it all out. You just let enough for the person to handle, or
yeah, but it's also that's why I also understand some people. Like I had a friend of mine even say like, well, why don't you just share love and light, because then you would have more clients and stuff. I was like, no, I want to be as much as authentically
honest.
real and honest. And yes, some people get triggered by that. And that is to me the main goal, because you need to be triggered to become uncomfortable so you can move. Like the universe triggers you, the universe makes you uncomfortable so you move, because you're like, oh, there's something in me that needs to be healed, or something needs to be addressed, or some belief system of me is like I'm like more rigid in my belief system. He triggers me a lot.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah,
It goes back and forth.
Relate to each other. So,
especially during that moon cycle. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
yeah, but also because we have certain belief systems that were like we need to expand our belief systems. So on one hand we have belief systems, and on the other hand it's like communication that we need to learn better communication, because a lot of times triggering is because miscommunication. And that's why it's so important that you communicate as much as possible what you want people to hear. And still, you can communicate as good as you can and want and do, people still can hear it differently. And that is also good to know, that it doesn't matter what you say, or people can hear it differently, but also people have different wounds. Why? And that's why they sometimes also get triggered. But it's for people
Or
to
for
understand
defense,
their
if
wounds
you're
as well.
defending, if you want to it could be wounds, or it could be like you're really ready to defend yourself, almost like you're ready to fight, but it's ready to defend yourself because you're used to being attacked. Once you get used to it, it's kind of like a wound, like I said, because if you're used to being attacked, what are you gonna do? You're gonna put up those barriers. You're gonna put up that wall. You're gonna build that defense, and then you're gonna be ready to go after somebody as soon as they come after you. And now we have to kind of work on this.
Yeah, because that's an ego and self-defense. Because when you were young, you needed to defend yourself. So you also need to see that. How are you reacting from when you have a trigger? Do you first go into yourself and really explore what is there and why it's there, or you go immediately over like a reaction? Like there's different freeze, fight, or flight. That's like the first three, like the reactions. People go immediately in attack, or people freeze, or people go like freeze,
Sorry, a
flight,
little crooked.
fight. Or you go away, like really want to go away, like go inside of yourself. But I think it's good to not start really projecting immediately, but first go inside, see what is there.
Observe the feeling first before reacting to it. I have an issue where I don't even I don't even observe my my response or how I want to respond. I don't think about it. I don't think it through like I should. I just react off the emotion, and that's what needs to be worked on. Like we shouldn't be doing it like that. That's not the way to do it. We have to observe, and I think about these thoughts, and then have a better response instead of just to because when you come right out with an instant response, it's almost an attack. You don't want to attack anybody, but it comes out that way. So observe your thoughts and feelings. Think it through.
Especially when you overreact in the moment, it's a lot of times because of trauma from the past. And then it's also good to do a healing on that, or to do find that out. And you can do all sorts of things to go to the core trauma of that. And because we're all traumatized. And that's why a lot of times people don't go too deep, because you don't know how other people react. It's people have already fear of how people react, or how would they see you. That's why we made also the video, don't give up what anybody else thinks.
Yeah.
That's a good one as well.
Just be you and do you.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
And
come first.
That's why we really just be yourself. Because how can you think others find you? You first have to be yourself. And it takes a while before you're completely yourself, because of all the BS that they put on us. I feel I only, when I was almost in my 30s, I only woke up and I was unplugged myself. And before I always did what everybody else expected of me, and it never said no. And it was oh, what do they expect me to do this? And then I was what do I actually want to do? And I'm still on that journey. I'm still figuring it out. I think I still didn't find my real self yet, even.
Well, because I feel like this is a lifetime thing. And I feel not even a lifetime thing, even after, it's I feel you still never really truly find Well, like I say, you just go within and just do the best you can to be who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The less mask you wear, the better off you are. I just give a quick example of the mask. We all know it. We all had them. How you behave in front of your parents, in front of your loved one, like your partner, at work, and so on and so forth. Those are different masks. Once you can merge those almost completely into one, when you become more yourself, in that video we made of not giving a what, that truly puts you in your power, and it feels great. Let me tell you. Then your growth and expansion really, really intensifies. You know.
And then you feel also more connected with yourself, and it grows and it keeps growing. It expands. It doesn't go, you go from like more, like you're more yourself. You don't go back. Like if you're like, you were like a round square, like what is it, back in a square, and then like and you expand, you can't go back into it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Once you awaken, you don't go back
You
to.
can't put that back into that little container.
Yeah, and once you
out.
awaken, you don't go back to ignorance.
No.
So you can only grow more and more, expanding consciousness. So you become more yourself and more yourself and more yourself. And that is like a really beautiful exploration, because you find things out of yourself that you didn't even know you had. Like you more authentically yourself. And that's a really beautiful, it's really, really
That's feel good though, huh?
It feels really good.
It feels great. Like, being yourself, because like now it's like, ooh, I don't have to wear this mask, that mask, and this mask. Because like when you're wearing these masks, let me tell you.
It costs energy.
It costs energy because you're trying to like switch them on and off. And then you start forgetting which one you had on for what group you're hanging with.
Yeah.
And then once you wake up, like I woke up and became myself, it's like, you know what? Shoot, I'm doing what I want to do. You know, and that's like, of course I have good intentions, so I'm gonna do good and do what I want to do and other stuff. Not like just be a yes man or be a slave to somebody else. You know what I mean? Really focus in on myself, grow myself, home in on myself. You know what I mean? Because if you don't do it, ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself. Everybody out there too. Keep that in mind. Take care of yourself, and then you have your cup is full. Then you can go ahead and you can help other people.
And that's really also very important. Have that discernment. Want to be there for others, be that of service to others, but also taking care of yourself. Because from an empty cup, you can't give. You can't give, because if you're depleted, you can help anybody. So that's why you need to keep, like, from a full cup. I had someone saying today, like, you have to be very careful that you don't give too much for people, and always giving and not receiving. It's like, but if you have like that infinite energy coming and love,
you can do it.
You keep giving. Like there's nothing depleting you or nothing like cutting off. You are that connection with source, and you always have that. So like that's why you also have something that others might not ever have or figure out, and that's why once you have that, you want others to find that as well. And that's why that's what I like. The people that give tools so other people can find themselves, like empower others to become those leaders as well. Not only like you want followers, no, you want to create other leaders and other conscious beings where you can learn from each other, because everybody has different perspectives.
Everyone's a teacher.
Yes, everybody's a teacher. Like everybody should make like videos and learn from it, because you learn from that the most.
Even if you don't share the videos, even if you just do a video and just watch it yourself, just start somewhere. It feels good just to see how it is, and then you can start from there, whether you want to share it or not.
Because you really learn from it. Like that's why, as I say, know thyself, and you keep growing and understanding and sharing, and you keep better and sharing at it as well, and that is really important. And that discernment's like. That's what I said, like what's like the internal and external. When do you make videos, when you go external, and when do you want to take the time for yourself, like meditate, do exercises, read, and listen to music. It's like, for me, it's like a real creative process to really feel like, what do I want to do in any moment? And that is like, because like when you only like, and where you want to be focused on, do you want to be focused on only what is happening in the outside world, or what is happening here?
Yes, because you must start within first, and then actually you may affect the outside world in a in a positive way. And also, I want to go back real quick to the division. Beware of what's going on, whether it's like has to do with politics or an event, black and white or whatever, what have you. There are always these events that are dividing us around certain times. I always notice it feels like it's almost the same time every year that certain these events roll in. It's a strange feeling, but like stay up on like and stay alert on what's going on. Don't fall into it because I got people like saying, "Well, I'm glad this happened because it happened to our people. I'm glad it happened." We don't need all that. That's just ridiculousness. You know what I mean? Just stay focused on yourself, stay positive, and don't let that division come into your brain and mess you all up. Have you looking at somebody sideways that ain't did nothing to you, and just just be good. Unless somebody disrespects you, then you stay away from them. But other than that, be good, and then it returns to you. Your positivity does return to you.
Yeah, really. And this is like so crazy. Like this psyop, this is happening. This, oh, war. Like, oh, we might have war with this. And then like it's so crazy. It's
Like, who
like
wants the war? I don't
every
think
day.
citizens.
No, most of the
It
people
ain't the
don't
people
even
that want the
want.
war, is it?
No,
No,
it's like the the bankers and the politics and who I don't know. But I was like, please,
parasites.
yeah. But it's like, can't you just like we can have like a normal communication about things? Can't they have normal communication about things or like have like a normal civil? What is
Like a
this?
friendly
Like,
debate.
are there little children or what is this? It's not of this time anymore. It's not of this time. If we have something with someone, we can talk about it. We can find solution.
Rather than fighting about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like not of this time anymore.
No, we
So
don't. There's no room for it in this timeline. There's no room for the heated debate and the fighting. There's just no room for it.
it's so crazy. It's like, are there little children like fighting against each other and who has the biggest, you know what? It's like really, it's like what
And they
the.
say the earth is split around. They say New Earth and Old Earth, or 5D, whatever you want to call it. But like all the fighting, if there was a split, I know they mean spiritually and maybe physical in some perspectives.
And but it's like such craziness in this world. So we just want to let you know, take good care of yourself, take care of the people around you,
Focus on yourself, definitely.
and really like make sure that you feel good and don't get too distracted by everything.
Yeah, don't get caught up in this trap that got
Can
laid out
all
for
be
all of us.
fake. Can all be fake. Can all be stage show.
Crisis
Sign
actors.
up. Yeah,
All kinds of stuff going on. People wearing masks.
I just
Yo,
like
it's just fake TVO. They got like a computer generated with CG.
CGI and AI. You don't know what's real, and that's why we have really discernment and really have discernment what you think about certain things. And I have some things that I'm like really I like share about it online, but I have certain topics I don't share about because I don't want to give into the division going left, right, and I don't want to give into it that much and like really feel
It's not worth your time and energy. It's not worth it.
no. But if you have some battles you want to fight, if there's something like really where like, oh, this need to be said or something, really pick your battles. Like you can't have all the battles. When I was young, I was like fighting all the battles. I was like this is everything was a battle. But now I'm like, yeah, this thing, like this is something that I'm really like very excited about. This is something that I really is close to my heart. I need to share this. So like really like share whatever comes to you at that moment. And but I also had some things that are really like on normal platforms, and I shared some truth bombs there, and people going crazy. And at one point, I'm like, yeah, that cost me energy for all those people that are commenting, and
The comments are there. But I'll tell you what I learned by comments. And don't let it like take you down too much. That also can be a way of draining your energy. Comments, when you start seeing like negative responses, sometimes it lets you know that you're kind of on the right path. What you're saying, and y'all know what I'm talking about out there, don't you? And if people are not even looking at your stuff because you're not even like ruffling feathers. You're not purposely ruffling feathers. You're not, you wouldn't be spitting truth enough for anybody. Oh, they don't know what they're talking about. Let's just ignore them. We got the comments coming in. It's like, oh shoot, they know something. Let me say something negative, send something their way, and try to break them down a little bit so they can at least hide the comment section. No, never hide the comment section. Unhide that thing, let people comment in there, and then everybody else can see who's saying what. When I see comments, I look at it like this. I know where you are at, and where I'm at, and where these people are, and where they are, as far as
But
like
I
the
do,
spiritual journey.
when people are just very disrespectful, I block them. But a
Oh,
lot of
that
times,
you have to.
but a lot of
Sometimes
times
you're gonna
people,
block them.
yeah, a lot of times I have people that are like, I never see any comment, and then they come to say like that they're not that they don't like what I'm posting and stuff. But a lot of times it's not friends, and it's like people that have hardly any friends and no profile pictures. And
Sometimes you
know
got
it's
fake accounts that be out there.
Yeah. So please don't get distracted by people that are like that. Maybe this like plans and trolls, and you have like whole what is it telephone things out there, like whole farms that are just like
Oh, phone firms.
yeah, phone farms, and they're just sending all sorts of things, and they can be from the government, and they can be trolls, and or get paid to share a certain agenda. You never know why they're like sharing certain things, but especially when it's like someone comes in really disrespectful, and then you see like they have like
Then you
two
kind of
friends.
definitely cut them off.
Two
Yeah.
friends to
It's
block
usually
them.
nobody. It's just somebody to like try to mess you up. Like when you're on the right path, you get a lot of negative stuff that comes in there, and that tells you you're on the right path. But then at the same time, once you find out, yeah, I know I'm on the right path, you cut them off anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and sometimes you even have to cut off people that you know, because they're also taking energy, and that is not always easy.
Well, but I know about that. That does happen, and whatever the spiritual war is doing, it's like it works through people. You know what I mean? And like people are taking sides. You know what I mean? They're actually taking sides, and it's usually the one that's not like the higher vibration. If you know what I'm saying. And you see that a lot. Like when I was saying in the comments, like you could tell who's who, so to speak. When you have the real people that do comment negatively, when you're speaking truth, and you're trying to wake the people up, you're just trying to help. You just want to help everybody, right? It shows you who they are, like what side they're actually on, whether you believe in the 5D or 3D Earth or the split. It lets you know, like you don't want to know, but you kind of like you see where everybody's placed on this chessboard. You see where they're all at. Okay, you're over here. We over here. We're trying to raise this. You're okay. You guys are over there. You're on that side, all right? Because you commented this way. It lets you know where everybody, what parts they're playing. You know what I mean? Say actors everywhere. Maybe they're actors too, but everybody, actor or not, whether you know it or not, everybody's playing a part right now.
And it's also about self-love. You deserve to be seen, valued, appreciated, because it's not easy, like sharing yourself and being out there. It takes already a lot of courage, huh? To
Sure
make
does.
videos, post, whatever. It's not always, especially when you're awake, it's not about the attention. It's about like you're sparking, you want to help people, you save souls.
Yeah,
You want them to be healthy, or you want them to
At least help
make
with it. At
better
least help with it,
choices,
yeah.
or like it's always like for a reason, and like inspiration or things that like you didn't know you want to find. You would just find out, and you want that people to know that like, hey, you can do this, and then you don't poison yourself as much. Oh.
For me, I'll tell like this. It's not that like for me, I don't really want anybody to be healthy. I would like for people to be healthy. I don't want anything for anybody, but when I share information, I would like for like it would be nice. Like I'll share it if they grasp it, they grasp it. You know what I mean? If they can apply it, they can help them. That's good. I'll share enough, as much as I can actually, to see not to see, but to have people if it can help people. I just want to help everybody. But I don't want somebody to be here or to be there or to be healthy there. I would like people to be healthy, but still they have that choice. And like you said, you want to show them the better choices, but sometimes we might have addictions that bring us to not the better choices. And those are hard to fight. Those are demons in on itself. Spiritual war is real difficult at this moment. And you might find a lot of people out there might find themselves like maybe overindulging in some kind of food. That would be me. Your cakes and your snacks. Maybe the alcohol that used to be me, not me anymore, which is good. Whatever you're doing, just know that you can come back around and you can get back up. If you're down, you can get back up. Don't feel like you fell off because you started eating too much or drinking too much or doing something silly that you're trying to stay away from. Just you'll pick yourself back up when you're ready.
Because that's also a lot of people are struggling at this moment. Because we're living in the end times, the end time of this evil construct system simulation thing. And it will not say that it's called the apocalypse. And it's called the apocalypse because it's a lifting of the veil, ending of the old world where it's all about power and greed and we're going to a new world where everybody is equal. There's no hierarchy. I want the best for everybody. Where like different systems gonna be more like in tune with nature, and different systems gonna be settled. But it's like we're in that transitioning. So we have like the growing pains, and like birthing pains of the new and letting go of the old. And so this is like really like a lot of things come out to be purged, a lot of things come out to be felt. Like all frequency is like you have to let go of things. Like whatever, like what's bugging you from the past, it's time to let that go, to feel that again for the last time and let that go. Or
either work it out
Yeah.
and let it go. Just whatever it is, you have to just work it out.
That's why it sometimes feels very, very hard.
Resolve it.
Yeah, because it's like we're like purging, and it's not always easy. And because we're gonna be feeling more in the future, because it's you heal by feeling things, and why you like first you could not feel the things that you could feel, like holding space for yourself, because you didn't even know what you were feeling.
Or you numbed it.
Yeah, you
Drugs
were like
and alcohol,
numbing it.
food, whatever.
And the time for like trying to not feel it or like numb it, it's not there anymore. You can't just lock your feelings. You feel it. Like you have to feel it to go through it, and to reveal, like, but also you get like insights from it. Like, why did it need to happen? Why is this happening? Like you get new insights and new information and higher frequencies after you've been through it.
It doesn't always feel good, but you go through it.
Yeah. But so like you like first you had like like a dark night of soul for a week, and then that was gone. But now you have like little ones, like ups and downs, like through the whole day, like it's that crazy like roller coaster we're in. So that's why I also know that about you, and see how you can navigate that the best for yourself, and be like kind to yourself also in your words.
Yeah, don't speak that negative about yourself. Even if you're joking, don't speak anything out loud, because your body will like pick it up the wrong way, and it'll feed that negative energy right back to you, and it can do something to you.
Yeah, because it's about like what you said also, that you're the only one who can take care of yourself and your energy, and what you need and want, and know that it can any moment can be different. Like tomorrow you're a different version of yourself. Like over 10 minutes you're a different version of yourself.
Just that quick.
And he calls himself like also eclectic source.
Eclectic source.
Because he doesn't know what he wants next.
Yeah, I might want like some water. Like I might want something different. I might want something like, I don't know, some salted water. I mean, that's a silly example,
Or
but like
much more like, oh, then you want to eat this, and then you want to do this, and then not. Like it's like for me, it's like okay, like normally you would say this, or normally you would say this or that, but it's like there is
but
no
I don't have a normally, so like there's no way she can track or trace how I am. It's not like I do this on purpose. It's like we'll get like something for dinner for like 2 days, and next thing you know, the second day I'm like, yo, I don't want that. I want this over here, or I want to see this, I want to do this or do that. It's like I can't like.
Or suddenly he doesn't want to eat this anymore. Like I'm like, huh? And it's like.
It's random. I don't have any control over it. It's just like.
Yeah, but also the things you say and also things you do. You're like.
Oh, my behavior changes.
Yeah, everything. Like.
Everything changes. I do have a.
And then he has like hair in his face, and then suddenly he's no anymore. Like.
Oh, like me and shave.
Yeah.
Well, I had an accident. I was like trying to shave my mustache. I don't know how to shave, y'all. So I had a cool mustache. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it cool. So I went to shave it again. One side was lower, one side was too high. I'm like, man. So I shaved it off. And then I'm in the kitchen. She's like, it's gone, but you have some hair over there on that side. I'm like, right here, right here. She's like, no, right there. I'm like, right here. So I have a razor I had on top of the funny thing, I had a shaver right on top of the stove. And I just started shaving right there in the kitchen. Got off. I'm like, did I get it? She's like, no, you gotta get it right. I don't know how to shave. I don't know how to shave. I'm honest, yo. So yeah, sometimes it's on there, sometimes it's not there, but you know.
It's like suddenly you wake up and he looks different. It's funny. It's like, but
it is eclectic though.
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
very
I can have a full beard, or I can have a mustache, or a goatee, or nothing at all. Anything that doesn't change is I don't shed my locks. You know what I mean? That's up there. That's gonna stay as long as it can stay until it's not there anymore.
Yeah. So that's why, like, don't have too much attachment. Also about yourself, how you should be, and what your choices are, what you want to do. Like every day can be different, and that's also creative being. You're a creative being connected to source, and that can be every moment. It can be different. Like, oh, this moment you want to watch a movie. This one moment you want to do some exercise. This moment you want to read. Like, or you start writing or start creating art,
drawing something.
Just know that, like, I had one time, like in the middle of the Christmas, one time I woke up and I felt like running, and I started running in the park suddenly. I would have never thought I would start doing that suddenly.
Is that where in Mexico?
No, that was like a long time before in Eindhoven. I felt like doing that, like out of the blue. So it's like don't have expectations of this reality for yourself or this reality, because you don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow, what you're going to meet, like what you're going to do tomorrow, what you meet tomorrow, people, or like feel like doing suddenly. Like, be spontaneous, be open.
I like leaving it open like that too, so like you can see whatever adventure comes in, because sometimes opportunity presents itself in something that isn't so strictly planned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good to just be free and open. Just be
Yeah.
natural with it. You know, have a good time. Take care of your business. You know, do what you gotta do. But
and let the energy flow. Have that connection and feel the flow. Feel the energy. Feel the alignment. Feel like the more you have that, the more you have creative energy.
That's true. That is absolutely true. I know there's days when the energy can be low, but hey, we go through that. Energy, it's up and down. It's up and down.
Yeah, and also feel that, like, hey, today I'm just lying on the couch, or like take some time for myself. And
when it's up, really take advantage of those times when energy's up. Just go for it.
I need rest. Like, we're like in this busy society. Like, you know, like when you ask people like, hey, how are you? You get like, I'm busy. It's like, is that a thing? Is that a thing? How are you feeling? How is it going? It's like, you're busy. But it's almost like, it's good that you're busy. It's like a status symbol. So busy, I'm so busy.
I think it's just like it's just one of the generic responses you get from people. You ever ask somebody like,
how are you doing?
And they're like, yeah, you're fine. And then that person tells me, I don't think I really cared how I felt when they asked me how I'm doing. And when I used to work with people, I used to like ask them all the time. And I used to always like really care when they were, you know, how they were feeling. And I didn't even go back and talk to them. And they give me a whole life story, and I give them a whole life story back to them. And it was like, you know, and then they like realize that, yeah, some people do ask because they just want to know how you're doing.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You know, make sure they're okay. We're working together. We make sure everybody's all right. You know what I'm saying?
I had a coworker of mine saying, Janneke asked you how you're doing, but she actually wants to know.
Yeah, it was like that. Exactly. That's like how it is.
Instead of people say, how are you doing? I'm fine. And then they go on with their day.
Yeah, it's not generic.
You know what I mean? But lots of people have that. But we're not generic beings in general. We're both like very authentic beings. But that's why it's not always easy for us to be in this reality and to do the things that we need to do.
Because like you're few, it's just a few of us. And like for me, when I say few, it's just me and her right now. And I don't see this, like, we go out, there's nobody like around that's like us. Like, there's people out there and we're looking for them. But like, you have to like, I mean, I feel like when people aren't aware, it's like things that you don't want to go on or shouldn't go on in life that are not nice to people, the way it's going, they like kind of like promote that by not saying anything or not working against, or just not being aware. It's not their fault. I mean, it's just,
I mostly have them online. I have like cool people online, really aware people.
We're scattered all over the place.
Yeah, but that's for a reason that we are like the awakened beings or conscious beings, and it's for a reason to light it up the whole grid. And at one point we come together more and more, but we also dare to activate the others, to be there for the others. And I feel like we're like on training ground. And I feel also like we're not here for this time. We're here actually for the time after this, like when real fun starts.
Yeah, we're here to like we bring the information, but like it's gonna be heavier, broad, and like more practice when like this new earth thing.
Yeah.
You know, just
then
happens.
we're like, yeah, like then it's our time. Like we're like ahead of time. We're like feeling what's coming.
We're already
and we're on that
futuristic.
frequency. And we're like, when does the party actually start? Like, can we just have fun in this reality instead of all the shit and the suffering and the things happening that we're like. It's like we're not here for that.
No, it's
We're
tough
here
too.
for after. So that's why it's also. I also think it's for a lot of people difficult, like because you feel that like this is not how it's supposed to be. Like the
No.
world shouldn't be like this. Like you want to be in a world where everybody's friendly and nice and understanding and open and loving and shares their emotion. And I'm like, that's why it feels so difficult for a lot of people because we are here to birth a new world. That's why we don't feel right in the world that it is now. We feel the suffering. We don't want
Yeah,
people
even much more
homeless.
difficult. Like if you're like where we are now,
It doesn't make sense. Why would you
It's
not
just
help
difficult.
the people that are homeless or have addictions or are poor and have other people hoarding all the money? It doesn't make sense at all.
I wonder if it differs, the homelessness country by country, because we traveled a lot, and where we are currently right now, I don't really see really homelessness that much at all. Like I don't really. It probably does exist,
We saw that in a lot of countries not. But
but it does exist.
But
out
you
there.
see all
Some
those
people-
videos about like America and Canada where it's really bad.
It is bad.
Yeah,
It is very bad.
and it's like
Actually, parts of Europe, like
in Europe also.
like
When I was
in Portugal, was bad, real bad too. People sleeping underneath the at the like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
overhang by the bus
in
station.
Europe was also, and already 10 years ago, my traveling when I went to Ireland it was bad, and Germany it was bad. Like, phew. And that is not how we want to live. We want to care for each other, and it's possible. But at this moment, a lot of the money goes into the pockets of certain politicians and what is it, corporations and the war industry.
Bottom
And
line, though, so
Yeah.
the system has to break.
this is
Like-
we can't go on like
It
that.
has to break to be built back up properly, or to be different than this higher frequency. But everything that's happening now, it has to end. It really does. It has to be broken down.
And we're already going like we are. This is like we've been to like a war this whole our lives, and we're like it's coming to a conclusion, and this whole system's coming to a conclusion. So it must change in one way because this is not working for everybody, and it's also clear. But only since 2020, this like the war came more in our faces. So it came like to the surface.
Everything's been different ever since
Yeah.
then. We've
So
noticed that.
since then, I feel like we're since then in lockdown. We couldn't.
Because
Most people
you're right.
can't do what they normally did before that.
No, not at all. And not to mention, a lot of things that you were able to do before are no longer available. We got the basics: work, eat, sleep, grocery shop, and you got your bars and and your gatherings, which really not gatherings anymore, depending on what country you're in. We don't have much anymore. There's not much going on anymore.
But as for a lot of people are in the same boat, and that's why we share about it. Like, hey, we're in the same one, just as you, and this needs to stop at one point because a lot of people are sick and tired of it.
Too much suffering,
Yeah, sick and tired
time
of
for
the
that to
system, and more people wanted to change. So the more people are like embodying this consciousness and this awareness, the more it will come because one person who is aware has a lot of influence of people that are like not aware, like because like the frequency, you take people with you, even if they don't even know, like in your frequency, like your aura will bring that already.
Especially when it's strong and positive. If you're around somebody that's not doing well, but your energy's so strong, you're in a great mood, you're feeling good. Sometimes, like, you pull that person out of that bad mood and you bring them into your mood, and then they go leave off all happy and excited, and they're having even a better day than they were before. You can go to a room and you can light up the room at a party. You know what I mean? Your energy. If you bring that energy, it spreads like wildfire.
But that's why energy is so important. Yeah, but energy is so important. Like I do also energy healing, and there's like so many things possible, and we are. You probably don't hear it, but
I don't know if they can hear it.
We have a cat concert going on outside. There's like cats in heat, or are they like fighting? I don't know, but we hear them, so sometimes we're like laughing.
So I'm wondering, we're laughing, but I'm wondering if you guys in the back can hear the background.
You probably don't hear it, but it's like
they might. Somebody might have it because with headphones, it pulls in that detailed sound. You know what I mean? The audio gets real clear with the headphones.
Yeah.
On,
so we have a cat concert going on here in the background. So
and I got the window open, so you can hear it like right outside.
It's crazy.
It's loud too.
Yeah. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
So so it's really about like discernment and knowing what is happening, and also not giving into like certain agendas, and knowing your path, knowing your purpose, being on there and doing the best you can, and knowing that like a lot of people going through the same things, and that also sometimes helps.
It does. It does help knowing that you go through the same thing, because it just shows that we're all in the same struggle. And it shows even more that we should have each other's backs because we're going through the same thing. And we don't like to go through this. So what can we all do about it? We must keep collecting all of us together, and maybe one day we'll figure it out and we'll put this thing around. Mm-hmm. We talked about this before, but yeah.
But know that you're not alone. We're here, and we're also here for you if you need to. And we just want to help people. And we want to empower people to do it themselves. That's why we share a lot of tools. But if you need any help, we're also there.
Yeah, we can let them know a little bit about what we do and what we have available.
Yeah, because we do coaching and healing. So you can check the link underneath.
We will have a link in the description for a lot of things we do. We also have an online shop. We sell t-shirts and hoodies and hats.
Yes. And some natural medicines as well. So
yes,
it's all possible. Yeah. And frequency medicine as well. So
if you have any question about anything, just about any of that, if you don't find it or don't see it, just you can contact us. They can contact us directly, right?
Yeah, our social links are in there in the link as well, so you'll find it.
Just holla at us.
Yeah,
we'll get back to you definitely.
The DMs, you can send us a DM.
A DM.
Yeah, on Instagram or Facebook, or is it?
What does that mean? Direct
TikTok,
messaging?
TikTok maybe not
direct
so
messaging.
much. TikTok is maybe a lot of them I already get. So on Facebook and Instagram, I think we're like the best. If you send us a DM there, so
yeah, we'll respond.
Yes. So thank you for watching, and we're wishing you a lot of discernment, what is going on in your world, and we're wishing you all the best.
Yes, thank you for watching and listening. Hit us up in the comments if you need to, and if you want, we'll get back to you. Love, light, peace, power, and happiness to everybody out there. See you in the next video. You're awesome in the house.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.